Hi crafty friends, it's Little Rhonda Lee here, and I am here to share my little December daily that I made with this beautiful little TN that Venka, who is finally crafting here on YouTube, made, and we did a little swap. And so I'm showing this today to show everyone, but to show Venka too what I've done with it, and to answer some of the questions that she had in her video when she opened her package. So Venka, here we go. You can see I have another closure on here. I love the ribbon very much. I've been using the ribbon, and then my husband was such a sweetheart. He found this elastic and he thought, oh, this will be good on your December daily. So it does look cute. I like it too. So anyhow, I'll show you what I've done here, and then I'll answer some of your questions too about the package I sent you. So you can see here this beautiful paper she used. I've been trying to keep it clean throughout the season here. This was really fun to use because it wasn't a big thing, you know. So I did some decorating. I used things that were included within this, and then added some things of my own also. And so you can see, like, I added this. I added some embellishments of my own and used hers. And I also purchased around the holidays for myself one of those faux memos, those little printer things. And I think I meant to bring it over here to show you, but I think you've all probably seen them here. They're like little tiny printers that you can print from your photos from your phone onto sticker paper, but they're in black and white. So you'll see some of those in here. I used them for some of the pictures in here. So what I did here is this was in my package when she sent me this, and it's a little note, and so I put that in the little pocket there. So I added this little embellishment, and then I used this beautiful cutout here that was included, and I added a bow, and this is one of those faux memo sticker printouts. So I put that there. This was really fun and no stress involved. I put my return address label there, this cute little picture here. Let's see, it's not, you know, real involved, but it was just perfect for what I wanted to do this year. So I received the beautiful book here, I think it was December 6th or 7th, and so I started right away. And so I took some of the tape from the packaging and stuck it on here, and then, used, like I said, those sticker things from the faux memo thing, and just documented a little bit of what was going on, which we were at that time, just like decorating for Christmas. So the inside of the house and stuff, and outdoor lights are all done. So that's what we were doing. And then here are the beautiful stamps that were on the package that this arrived in. Thank you, Venka. I love those stamps so much. And then this was from Faux Memo, and just a little list I made and was checking off. So, and finished my Christmas cards. I send out about, I don't know, a whole bunch of Christmas cards every year to friends and family, and these stickers were included, and so I used them to decorate. And on this little tag that was included, I wrote down, when Santa's float comes down our street. I just missed it because I was out Christmas shopping with my son. We just barely missed it, but my husband and our dog went outside to see Santa come down the street, and there's like sirens and lights and all this, and apparently my dog did something he's never done before, and he howled at Santa, which I wish I could have seen, but I missed it. I didn't put anything in there. Let's see. So this is from our Christmas tree we bought, which was, I think, the next day. And there's a picture of me and my dog, Buddy Holly, at the Christmas tree place. And I decorated a little bit there. And let's see. So yeah, oh no, I guess that was December 13th. Rennie, Buddy, and I got our Christmas tree at Prancer's. There's the receipt. I had some Christmas washi tape that I stuck on there too. And so then we go on the 14th, you know, I went Christmas shopping and yada yada. On this little tag in here is a picture of my dog at the Christmas tree lot. Here was this beautiful text. I love this. So pretty. And I had this cut out from a Christmas card, so I added that to it for decoration. This was already there. And December 15th, I took a picture of the decorations on our tiki bar. Christmas decorations with the faux memo thing. So I stuck that there. Oh yeah, I added some lace. And then this year we have a blow-up Santa, and we usually put him like on our chimney, like he's coming out of the chimney or crawling in the chimney. But yeah, I didn't want my husband to go up on the roof. I worry about that. So we decided, and it was really windy and everything, so we decided to put him here hanging off the side of the roof, which looks like he's coming out of our trash can, which we thought was so funny. So we call him Hobo Santa. And so anyway, my son came from out of state, and so I was cleaning and doing a lot of wrapping and things. And this little pocket, I don't think I put any, I didn't write on that, so I'm not even gonna like go in there. But so here, this folds out, and you know, I documented what was going on. I got some Happy Mail from Crafty Irina, which I made a video of, and so I documented that. And here's a picture here of me drinking some of the wonderful chai tea that I'm so addicted to, that Crafty Irina she made it. It's her recipe, and I love it so much. And I put it in this nice jar here, and my son loved it also, so we both were drinking lots of that. Thank you, Irene, we love it. And this side, I love this vellum. Another picture of the tiki bar and our Christmas tree. It was finally all decorated, and so that's there. I added a sticker here, Happy Holidays. And then these all these days, it was pretty much Christmas shopping, so you know, there wasn't a lot to say. Here I just added a little note. So happy to have my son here for Christmas and all of us together. And then there's a picture with a bunch of wrapped presents underneath it. Finally. So now we're about near, you know, Christmas Eve. I added this little, you know, gift tag, but let's see, this folds out. So you know, I took my son shopping and all, you know, just documented what was going on. You know, I made a lot of Kahlua and bottled it and made some fudge and stuff like that. So I documented that. And let's see, went and visited some friends on Christmas Eve. That's what this is about here. And got together with them and finished wrapping and ended up falling asleep in front of the TV. And this is a little pocket. I added some lace, and it's empty right now, but I had things in there, and I've used them throughout here. Same inside this little envelope, which is very fragile because it's so old. It's really neat, but I don't want to rip it. So I used what was in there. I think it was that horsey that I put in the front. So then Venka, is the one that turned me on to Snapchat. I'm so late to the party, right? But anyway, I had so much fun with Snapchat with my son. It was a gas. So we were taking all kinds of funny, weird pictures. And I know it's hard to see, but there's me, and that's my son. He looks like a girl. So funny. I had so much fun with that. And I added this little cutout here, Season's Greetings, and I love this. And this is the center of the whole book. Beautiful, beautiful photos. And I tied some little gingerbread man hearts, a little gingerbread man cutout, and like I don't know, a snowflake or something, to the strings. And oh, and this was my favorite present for me from my husband, and it was so cute. He made it like a chimney with Santa, and Santa's like coming out of the chimney and also making a bow. I loved it. It was so great. And then there's my husband opening a gift from Aaron, my son. And let's see. Oh, and that's me with a big present from my son, which turned out to be a wonderful massage chair thing. It is so great. I can't stay off of it. I love it so much. So that was great. And so I documented on Christmas, you know, what we did in the morning here, and then we went out to visit family and stuff. So that's what that's all about. Christmas Day, my son and our dog, and just all about that and everything. And I still had pages left, so I just kept going a little bit. I did a little stamping, you know, I added some washi tape and just a little bit of stuff. I added some trim here, and in this part, it's a little envelope, and so I used this envelope to put my receipts for the Christmas gifts in, you know, keep them all handy and in a good place. And then I wrote a little thing here, and you know, just documented what was happening. And let's see, and then I went on to New Year's Eve, which unfortunately my doggy injured himself, and so kind of turned into me just like being by his side all night worrying about him. And he's okay now, but he had, I don't know, injured his leg. So he was limping and he seemed in pain, and I was really worried. So anyhow, that's what that was about. And then I just, you know, wrote a little more stuff on January 5th, you know, with my New Year's resolutions to find more patience, be a better person, more understanding, focus on positive, and work the law of attraction, and go for it, and be grateful more, and you know, all those good things. Declutter, throw away a lot of junk, and reorganize. That's pretty much my New Year's resolution. So, oh, I forgot to put something in here. In here is Vinka sent me this recipe, and I was going to add, and I still will. I have to print it up. My recipe for my Kahlua, I was going to attach in here also. And so that's that part. And I love that clip with that little beautiful little ball with those sparkly stars. I love that. So I just decorated a little bit. I added this here on that. Added this on this vellum page, and that, and oh, and yes, and I attached this. This is our Christmas card we sent out this year. So I just thought I'd put one of those in here to remember. And yeah, I didn't fill it completely. I added this. There was still more room to write, but it was just perfect. I loved it. It was just right. I put this sticker from the phone memo gadget on there, right there. So there you go. There's my December daily for this year. It was just right. Thank you, Vinka. I so enjoyed working in it. And so yeah, now on to answer some questions from your package. Let's see. Okay. I wanted to say first, the piano lyrics, you probably figured this out by now, but you read them from the bottom to the top because of the way they you know, go by when you're playing, when it's playing the music. So you read the words backwards, sort of. Just a tip there. Okay, and the purple and blue Merry Christmas mixed media card on the front of your Christmas present, the white one with the stickers, that was, I made that on my jelly plate. Okay, and then one of the printables that looks like it was made from coffee staining from a plastic doily. It was, but not by me, and it was a printable that I purchased from Grammy's Keepsakes on Etsy. And let's see, the marbled papers were by Nick the Booksmith that I purchased and downloaded. Aren't they beautiful? Oh. And then the unusual frames with coffee stains on it came from a book, like a graphic designer's book from a while back. It was given to me from a friend who's no longer with us, so I can't ask her where she got it. But it's really cool. It has those frames, you know, with the graph paper in blue. Yeah, they're really different. I think it was for graphic designers or something. Then the handmade paper bags that you saw in there that look like hankies, they were printables that I got from Deb at Ephemer's Vintage Garden. So you can get those there. And I just, you know, printed them and made them into bags. The Viewmaster reel from Busch Gardens was from Junk Journal Shop, from one of the auctions she has. I've bought so much stuff from her. You guys got to, if you don't know who Johnny is from Junk Journal Shop, she's the same name in Etsy and YouTube, Facebook. She's great. I mean, that's where I get the piano rolls and a whole bunch of the stuff I've got lately. But that's her card. And here, you know, YouTube channel is Junk Journal Shop. You should go subscribe because she's great. I love her. So anyway, that's where I got the Viewmaster reel from Busch Gardens. And the funny thing is that I bought that because when I was younger, when I was a kid, my dad, who was a drummer, he worked every weekend doing playing drums on a little gig at Busch Gardens for backing different acts, magic show and singers and so much. And he used to get me to hold a sheet music when it was windy because it was outdoors. Busch Gardens is like it was like not an amusement park, but it was it's actually a place where they bottle beer, Busch beer, and so they had a little, like, you know, a little place to go, and they had a couple rides, and you could buy beer, and, you know, there was sights and things like that. It was, you know, like a family thing. So I got in free every weekend, which was great, you know, but I'd have to hold my dad's sheet music sometimes for him and stuff. And one day I was doing that, and a bee blew up my dress and stung me right on the butt. So when I saw that she had that reel from Busch Gardens, I had to get it. So the piano roll printable that you asked about, Vinka, the one that looks very ornate, that is a scanned copy of a decorative piano roll end, not the ones I have, but ones Johnny from Junk Journal Shop has. So she scanned them and she sells them in her Etsy store for you know, $1 or something. They're very inexpensive. So that's where I got that. Because it's really pretty. My ends on my piano rolls were not that decorative. So anyway, that's where they came from. The German scraps. I didn't know they were German. Thank you for telling me that. Those stickers that are embossed, those, you know, vintage stickers. I ironed them to lift off the ones I could lift off, I'm going to try what you said about soaking them. And I wonder if you've tried it yet and did it work on the ones I gave you, because it was crispy, and I didn't know how to remove them, you know, and I didn't want to ruin them. So that's still an ongoing thing. How do I remove them? I'm going to try the soaking, if that worked for you. The vintage ledger that I oh yeah, there's a vintage ledger sheet with the ledger papers that looks all funky and has like a doily print. It was a original vintage ledger sheet that I got at the bins, but I decided to coffee stain it with the doily imprint, and it kind of washed out a lot of the print, but it kind of was interesting the way it came out. So that's how that happened, and that's what that was. Then last but not least, the Perpetual stock record ledger, the big one at the end there that the other ledgers were inside of. That was a big sheet. It's an original too, that April, Pink Oddbird, she purchased it. She found them at like an antique store that we all went to together here in town, and she was so sweet to gift me a few of them. So that's where they came from. So I hope that answered all the questions. Let me know if you need to know anything else, or anyone else has any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. And I hope you guys all had a great holiday, and Happy New Year to everybody. And I hope to see you all very soon again here. All right? Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.